the previous videos, we mentioned about the typical content of the tender document. The tenderer, when submitting for the tender, is deemed to have gone through all the informations as given within the tender document. The tenderer needs to examine the tender document carefully, not to overlook or miss any important piece of information which could result him bidding for the price unfavorable to him. These are the documents that needs to be carefully examined during tendering, which include the conditions of contract. The tenderer needs to know which standard form of contract is being utilized, as there could be slight differences among different standard form of contract. Also, the tenderer will need to study the drawings, architectural plan, structural plan, engineering plan, and etc. to understand the project, and then look into the specifications in terms of the qualities of the work as well as the qualities of the materials. The tenderer needs to know the scope of the work for them to bid for the cost for the project. Next, study the preambles to all threats, the bill of quantities, and also other supplementary documents. Make sure not to overlook any important details, and all these informations would serve as a guide agreed by both sides for the commencement and completions of the work. Should there any missing document, the tenderer will need to seek clarifications from the employer. To avoid miscommunications, don't simply make assumptions on certain missing informations. Next, we talk about the sureties that need to be provided for the accepted tender as per the stated amount in the tender document. These are some of the examples. There will be performance bond, which is meant to ensure that the contractor do the work in accordance to the quality and standard as stated in the tender document. There shouldn't be any defect within the defect liability period after the project is handed over to the employer. In the case that the contractor fails to fulfill his obligations or not meeting the standards and requirements, the employer can claim this performance bond in order to rectify those defects. This is about the performance bond. Next, there will be deposit for workman compensations as well as the SOCSO. SOCSO stands for Social Security Organization. It is sometimes referred as PERCASO, Pertubuhan Keselamatan Sosial, in Bahasa Melayu. It is a government agency formed under the Ministry of Human Resources. The main purpose of this is to provide social security protections to the workers and their dependents. In the case that any accident happen to the workers, there will be insurance to cover the costs associated to it. There will also be compensations to the workers as the accident is related to their work. There will also be surety for this public liability. It is also a form of insurance that covers the legal liability to the third party as a result of an accident happening during the commencement of the project. The worker compensations cover for the workers. The public liability will cover the third party, which is not the workers, normally the general public. Next, there will be another insurance, which is the contractors all risk insurance. In short form, we call it CAR. This insurance covers the losses and damages onto the building due to various kinds of risks. The building will be the building constructed under the project. In the case that any damage or loss caused by various accidents or risks bring to the damage of the building that is claimable under this CAR, the insurance will be claimed. In the case that the project is located near to the existing building or within the existing building, there might be another insurance due to the employer, which is the CAR for the existing building. There could be other sureties may involve, depending on the policies as required under the contract. Those which are listed here are the typical.